I'm sorry, thank you. No matter which age group do we belong to, doesn't matter what our relationship status is, whichever part of the world we are staying in, the two most commonly used gestures are sorry and thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Namita. Welcome back to my channel where you can become skillful, confident, and fluent in English. And since we are talking about improving our communication skills, since we are talking about working on our English language skills, then why not substitute our ordinary sorry and thank you with some more polished phrases? Yes, there are other ways of saying a normal sorry or thank you. If you really want to work on your communication skills, then you have to work on using something extraordinary by substituting it with some more beautiful words. You can actually have another words for saying that. But how do we get to know about these words? This is what we are talking about today. So I'll be telling you other ways of saying a normal sorry and thank you. So let's start with a sorry or thank you. Okay, let's start with the sorry and then we'll move on to the thank you part. The first way of saying sorry is I owe you an apology. Now, sometimes out of anger or arrogance or frustration, we just end up hurting someone who's very close to us, maybe a friend or family. We just say something very harsh to them. And later on, when we realize that it was not the right thing to do, we can always go back to them and instead of saying sorry, we can say, I owe you an apology. The second way of saying sorry is, please don't be mad at me. Now, if you have hurt someone and the person is now not willing to talk to you, or it has caused some real intense, hard feelings between you two, and now you want to go back and resolve the issue, then instead of saying sorry, if you will say, please don't be mad at me, then the person would be forced to think about, yes, that you are guilty. So try saying, please don't be mad at me. The third way of saying sorry is, I'd like to apologize for how I reacted. Now, out of nowhere, sometimes we just end up behaving in a very unexpected manner. And later on, when we realize that it was a very bad way of doing whatever we did, and we feel guilty about it, so we get back to the person and we can say, I'm sorry, I'd like to apologize for how I reacted because you've realized that it was your fault. You should not have done that. So, that guilt feeling, you can just melt it away by saying, I would like to apologize for how I reacted. Another way of saying a normal sorry is, sorry, it was all my fault. Now, sometimes it so happens that we are so angry with something else that we pour it out on someone who's very close to us. So, in those moments, what we can do is we can get back to the person and take the entire blame on ourselves because we have realized that it was all our fault. So, there is no harm in saying, sorry, it was all my fault. In some particular situations, instead of saying a normal sorry, we can say, I apologize for the delay in replying to your email. Maybe due to some official work, you've not been able to reply to someone's email, or even there are personal emails which we need to reply to and we have probably forgotten it or we have just delayed it for some reasons. So at that time, instead of saying sorry, I couldn't reply, you can say I'm sorry or I apologize for the delay in replying to your email. Another very simple way of just saying a sorry, we can say sorry about that. So when you say about that, it means you are referring to that particular incident which you are realizing was not right on your part, and now you are saying sorry about that. Now, another way of saying this is sorry, my apologies, I had that wrong. Now, the situations where some misunderstandings have happened and we have ended up hurting the people who are close to us, then we can just say, sorry, my apologies, I had that wrong. Now, in some very intense and serious situations, we can say, I hope you can forgive me. Now, when we know that we have hurt someone's feelings a bit too much and the person is going to carry that grudge for a long time, we can always say, I hope you can forgive me, if instead of just ending up with sorry, because saying or seeking forgiveness can actually melt the heart away of the person who is not talking to you. We have all been blessed with such a wonderful life that if we start counting our blessings, there are numerous reasons to be thankful for. So, there are so many times when we need to say thank you and we don't have the words. Sometimes we really want to say a lot more than just saying a normal thank you. So, now I'm going to tell you some wonderful ways of thanking a person. The first one is, thank you, you're amazing. When someone has really made you happy, when someone has probably gifted you something, or someone has done something to turn your mood into a different happy one, then you can say, thank you, you're amazing. Another way of showing gratitude is, thank you for going above and beyond. Sometimes our close friends or some people who are very close to us plan some big surprises for us. They have done something amazing for our special days or some occasions that mean a lot to us. So, on those occasions, you can say, thank you for going above and beyond. Another way is, that's very kind, thank you. Sometimes people compliment us in such a way that it touches our heart, it touches our soul. So, those times, instead of just saying thank you for their such beautiful gesture, we can say, you have been so kind, thank you. Or, that's very kind of you, thank you. If there are some people you really look up to and you want to thank them, then you can say, thank you for being such an inspiration to me and others around me. So, if you genuinely want to show your gratitude to someone who is achieving something big in life and you want to become like them, they are your idols. So, in that way, you can say, thank you for being such an inspiration to me and others around me. If someone has genuinely helped you in something, then you can say, thank you for taking the time to explain this. Now, there are some people who go out of the way to help us in a certain way. It can be your teachers, your mentors. So, thanking your mentors in a way which is really showing the gratitude, you can say, thank you for taking the time to explain this. There are so many people around us who help us in numerous ways. So, we can always thank them by saying, I really appreciate your help. Thank you. Yes, we need to thank them, and we can say, I really appreciate your help. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to help me. It really meant a lot. Is another way of saying thank you to the people who have helped us in some way or other. And the best way of saying thank you is, I really owe you one. Yes, sometimes people end up doing some big things for us, and we think that it is a favor that we should return in future. So we can end up, instead of saying thank you, we can end up saying, I really owe you one. So these were some other phrases that you can use instead of saying normal thank you. And the previous one, which we discussed for sorry, these were all the phrases. If you can start incorporating them in your everyday conversations, you will see that your confidence is also getting boost, and you are also feeling wonderful about yourself, and the people around you would also feel wonderful for showing these kind of gestures. That's all for this video, and if you like this video, please give this a like and keep suggesting me more topics for the English videos, and then I'll see you in my next one. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.